Okay, so hello and welcome to the live stream. This is we're a few minutes early, so I'm going to give a few minutes to just pump out the link on social media. We're about 10 minutes ahead, but my name is William Hession. We're going to be doing about an hour to 90-minute long stream that's going to cover a bunch of different things that I'm working on with my Patreon and with my art projects, talking about some of the new things that I've released and the big reveal of the first art print, which I'll discuss that project and get to show off the first limited edition foil art print that I'm releasing. And I will also be doing 3 giveaways, which I will explain as you go. If 2 of them will be for patrons specifically, so if you're interested in becoming a patron, this is a good time to do it because you will be entered into some pretty high percentage wins, because there's depending on how many people show up. So definitely consider that in this 10 minutes if you're checking this out now or whenever you are. But we're going to start right at 3 o'clock Eastern time, so it's about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go pump it out on social media, and I'm going to let this kind of run for a second. I'm going to put up characters here while we wait. But if you are watching this on demand after the fact, I would just skip ahead a few minutes and I will see you then. Twitter. All right, let me make sure I don't echo this one. All right, let's get posted on Instagram. See. Just sending out a couple more reminders. Got a few minutes here. That was interesting to see if it advertises my own stream to myself, and it does, so interesting. Here's me. Okay. Let's see, just screenshot it because I don't really know how else to do it. It's better lighting. Got 5 minutes. We'll get started. Anybody, as far as questions and stuff goes, I'm going to have it pulled up over here, but as far as whether or not I'll be able to see that, it's going to be interesting. Need to have why are comments turned off? What's going to be the best way to make sure that all right, so for those of you that want to leave comments and enter the contest and things like that, I need to have a way for people to do that. But because I labeled this as kid friendly, it's not allowing for comments. So, what's a good solution to that? I guess either what I'll probably do is have people direct message me on Instagram. So my Instagram is William Hession TCK. Definitely follow me there. If you're not, and you can message me there, that's how you can enter any of the contests that we'll do. We already have a handful of people that have entered the contest from my Patreon. So, and 2 of them are Patreon exclusive contests. So, but the other one is for everybody, anybody that's seeing this, for any random people. And it's about a $30, yeah, it's a $30 art print that you can win. So yeah, so it's worth checking out. And I'll be kind of walking down there and showing you the prints beforehand, because the winners will get to choose from choose their prize essentially. And also it's going to be in some ways a little bit of a trial sampling of how the November rewards will work for my Patreon. And also it's just a general like way to show off some of the projects I'm working on. But also for my patrons, you'll get to see a little bit of the process of how the reward system works. So for those that aren't patrons, you'll kind of get to see what it would be like if you were a patron, as far as getting to select your prizes and things like that, because that comes up in November. So joining before November is really ideal, because that's when, you know, the big prize rewards pack goes out. But then the rest of the time, when there's a lot of, you know, prizes and contests and giveaways and things like that in the meantime. So here's going to be the 2 reveals. And I got a couple other announcements to make. So all right. All right, it's 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna just keep tabs on. Let me see. Keep tabs on how many people are watching, and all right. So welcome to the first foil art edition release. There's going to be 12 total. So this stream is really focused on that reveal and just kind of like getting to talk about this art edition. It's numbered to the amount of patrons I have. So currently at the beginning of this month, I had 35. Right now I have 36, but because of the beginning of the month is how many each print number will be out of. So they're gonna be very limited. And you'll see, and a lot of you have seen on my Patreon, that I've done a lot of samples and tests and art proofs along the way, also to get your feedback on which print you would like. So there's a bunch of artist proofs that are gonna be part of the contest today. So there's gonna be 3 giveaways. We're gonna have 1 art reveal. I've got a couple other projects to just kind of show off and reveal. And then a big announcement as well. And I think the big announcement might happen right off the bat, because I think if people are coming in and have any questions, that's something that might be more discussed as we go on. So also, I was just mentioning earlier that the way that I set up this stream, it's friendly for kids, but that actually turned off my comments. So you can't leave a comment on this video, I don't think. So you're gonna have to communicate with me through, either text message me if you have my number, or through Instagram direct message. So my Instagram is William Hession TCK, and you can find me there, and you can direct message me, and I will be checking my phone periodically. That's also how you will enter the contests. If you haven't done so on my Patreon. And obviously, big plug for my Patreon. So if you are a $1 level patron, you kind of get all my updates. You get a discount code at my store, where these art prints will go afterwards, and you get entry to all like these contests. So yeah, so that's kind of like the first level. The $5 level, you actually get one of the prints every month, if you would like. So you kind of can opt out of any reward if you don't want, but they're like, right, I make 35 prints, one for every patron, but that doesn't mean that every patron wants one, and maybe somebody wants more than one. But it's not, there's going to be leftovers, you know, and so those go up on my Patreon, I mean on my Etsy. And then so the $5 levels get a bigger coupon at the Etsy site, and then also, you know, first dibs at or they get a print assigned to them, and then they can either opt to take it or not, to claim it. And then at the $20 a month level, you not only get a print assigned to you if you want to claim it, but you also get all the upgrades that go along with it. So and I will be explaining that shortly. But basically, you have 3 different ways to get the art print. You can have it just raw, so just the print itself in its form. You know, I'll protect it so that it ships safely, and that's signed on the back and numbered. And then the second way is to get it's called a tough loader frame. It's kind of cool. It just has a frame that goes around the print. It's still visible on both sides. It's hangable. You can get a little stand for it, and it sets up. It's kind of, you know, a nice way to present the print. And then there's the third option, which is probably what I would prefer for display, but it also it's not the most ideal for shipping and things like that. But it's and I'll get to show you this when I get to the art wall or the print wall. But it's a framed 4x6 frame. The print is mounted in there, which I will mount, and then I mount a little foil card plate, so with my signature and the number of the print. So the difference between that is the numbered signatures on the back of the card for most of them, but this one, it's down on the little, well, it's on the back also, but because it's mounted, it's not super easy to access. And then you can actually, because the frame itself is not super expensive, it doesn't, you know, have any glass or anything because it's meant to be shipped. But you can actually upgrade that print by just finding any 4x6 frame that you like. So something that fits maybe a specific spot in your place in your house, or if you have a series of them, you can get matching frames, things like that. So that's why I didn't want to go too fancy on the frame, especially because of shipping and all that stuff. So you can change that out as you go. So, but that is how I would prefer to display them. But again, everybody can do it however they would like. So the big announcement that I just wanted to make is that me and Sarah are moving to Eastport until next summer, or the end of, maybe not all the way summer, but close. And you know, without going into too many details, you know, just some of the stuff with this is pandemic related. Just trying to make sure that we're in the safest spot we can be, while still having our needs met. And you know, and we don't want to, like, we have different levels, you know, different people are taking different levels of risk depending on their what they need to do for work. And so we are just trying to make sure that we're honoring what we need to be safe, and then and not also, you know, and allowing everybody else to do what they need to do to be safe, and then also do their work. So that's something that's coming up. More details soon. That will put a little bit of a, you know, a hiccup in some of the scheduling stuff that I do for my projects, but I do have a plan for next month already, so I'm a little bit ahead of the game there for the art print reveal. Next month, I'm going to try to do these on the 15th of every month, because I think that's like a good halfway point, and be able to do an hour or so here. Also, if you have any questions along this way, feel free to message those or post those on the direct message me. Let me just check, see if anything's going through. Oh, Scott's asking where's the live stream. Let's see if I can post it. Okay, so here we go. A couple more people asking about the live stream. Let's see here. Just sending out a few more people asking me. And this is less interactive than I would like. So in the future, I'm going to try to set it up so that it can be, I can see chat kind of more live. And I think one of the things I need to not do is set it up for children content. I didn't realize that would turn off comments. So in the future, I will adjust that. And I'm not sure if YouTube's even the right way. My friend Brian Flaggy asked about doing Twitch stream, and I think that's a great idea. It's something I would like to do anyways. As you guys know, I've been trying to set up some live painting sessions, which that would be great for Twitch. And then also that could be the live stream format for the future live streams. So I think that's where I'm going to be moving towards in the future. But if you have any ideas or recommendations for me, let me know, because I'm really open to any new platforms or the best way to really communicate with everybody and really do a hangout. We do Zoom art nights, which we haven't been doing lately because of internet and, trying to buy, property and stuff like that. So, yeah. But let me just make sure. Also, I got a new phone, which that's been just a process of learning. Okay, so that's good. And great, we got another entry. Let me just, I'll update that in a second here. Okay. Write that down. So anybody else that's entering the contest, please do so on either you can still do it on Patreon. You can also do it by messaging me or direct message on Instagram. If for some reason those methods are not working, I will also check Facebook or email. I'll just check everything once really quick right before we do the drawings. So we'll do the drawings near the end. So you've got a little bit of time, probably about 20, 30 minutes before we get to the drawings. And then we'll do I'll do the reveal right in the middle, right before the drawings. So do the reveal, then we'll do the drawings. Because there's some other stuff to talk about in that regard. And also be thinking about, so one of the ways to enter the contest, so if you, again, I would like to know who is in the live stream, because if you're in the live stream, you get entered into the contest essentially. But I will need some communication from you that you're here, because I don't have, it doesn't give me a list like it would if we were chatting. So go ahead and send me a message or somehow communicate that you're here so I can get you into the contest. All right, so so I just made the announcement that we're moving to eSport for a chunk of time. It should be a space that's really great for doing live streams and having a nice art studio. It's a good spot for Sarah to continue her work. So I think it will be a nice, I'm kind of treating it as an artist residence in my head. It's like going to a beautiful, secluded place and just kind of focusing on my project. So it should end up being really successful that way, especially if I can treat it as such. But I'll be definitely giving everybody an update about the space and just about what that's going to look like for that period of time. But I will miss Portland in this area. But also, I think that's what the pandemic is teaching us, is that we can stay connected through all these other ways. So that's exciting. I just kind of wanted to show off, obviously, if you haven't already seen. So kind of my last update last month was the reveal of the enamel pins, which the patrons we did a big tournament, kind of deciding which pins would make it. I just did a coronavirus inspired one, really kind of looking, trying to, I think there's stigma around getting the virus, obviously, and really trying to celebrate the people that are getting through it, because we're not trying to be negative towards people that have it. We're trying to really, at least I'm trying to stay really positive about all of it. And also, you can also use it as an awareness pin. So, I don't know, just the idea of keeping it in the forefront of our mind, because we have to, and the people that are, experiencing it. And I know, yeah, so it's a sensitive subject, but I'm also I'm trying to, lean into it with positivity. And that will lead into the coloring book as well, next. But Teddy Spider, this was the champion of the 16 design tournament. So I put up 16 different designs. The patrons voted until there was only one champion left, and it was Teddy Spider. It was a lot of fun. It was merch madness. So really just a fun experience to do with everybody and get so much feedback. And it's just really fun to have an enamel print made. So next year, I already am excited to do it again, with a set of 16 different designs, some of the same ones that made it pretty far. I'll redo them and then do a bunch more designs. But you can pick these up on my Etsy shop. But pretty happy with it. Turned out real good. So yeah. Okay. The other projects. Let's see. Got a couple messages here. You can imagine having to move all this. I have so many paintings and stacked up. If you see anything, everything is for sale. It's none of it. I need to get some stuff framed up and things like that. But just kind of thinking about this move for me, getting all this stuff packed up and moved to a new spot. It's just another good reminder of the amount of work that I have and the amount of work that's available. So, Megan, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the message. You will be entered in. And if Megan, that's one other thing. If you want to suggest someone, it can be a semi-celebrity or a person that you know, or a friend or family member that you would like to be entered into the. I'm going to give away one of the prints as kind of a giveaway to somebody that you know. So you're welcome to submit somebody that you know to be in that drawing to get a free print. And again, it can be really, you can really, Kyle said Bill Murray, and if he wins that that drawing, I will definitely do whatever I can to try to figure out how to get it to him. And some of the other people were friends and family, and some I don't know the people, which is great. So I will do, obviously, if the person that wins is the person that you suggested, then I'll reach out to you and try to figure out how to get a hold of that person. So anyone that's watching is welcome to submit a person to do that. And my friend Amanda is actually in Eastport right now. She's just happens to be visiting that area, and that's kind of an interesting narrative there. So Scott is here. Hello, Scott, my brother. Good to see you. So you make sure that you're down for, and you also suggested Lori, our mom, into the contest. Thank you for that. And I got so my new phone. Sorry for whoever this is. I probably know your number, but because it's coming up as hello to David and Theodore and And to Teddy or to Jasper and Michelle, I'm going to put all of you down because you're all patrons. So I need to make sure you're all in the contest. Thank you guys all for checking it out. Thank you. Teddy and Theodore, I like both versions of your name, so I end up saying them twice. You get double. So David, Teddy, Jasper, Michelle. And Michelle, you nominated your sister, so thank you for that. I got you on there. Hello, Adam. Great to see that you are here as well. Welcome. So Adam. Welcome. Thank you. And thank you guys for everybody for Kyle. So glad you're here, Kyle. Kyle runs his own Patreon. Definitely worth a check out. Doing some really sweet watercolors and some printmaking as well. So welcome, Kyle. And you already made your suggestion of Bill Murray, so thank you for that. Okay, so the next thing I just wanted to kind of show off before we move to the print reveal is just some of the drawings from the coloring book and the kids book. So this is written by Michelle Bailey, who is here watching. She's a school psychiatrist. It's like, did I say that right? A psychologist. Did I say it? I think I said it wrong. But wrote this really awesome kids book about going back to school in a pandemic, what that looks like, what it might look like, just trying to start that conversation with kids that are going back. It's just such an unknown to go to school in such a scary time. So I was really honored to be a part of it. Just doing some drawings that involved animals as kids, thinking about school. There's a sloth hanging upside down. And a little guy, sometimes he's going to school and sometimes he's learning how to use a mouse. Try to hold these up pretty quick here. And just the different ways that, sometimes some people will be riding the bus and some people will get dropped off, check out their masks. Some people will be working from home. So just a difference. And if you haven't seen some of the colored versions, they're up on the Etsy as well, or up on Social Stores at Etsy. So check that out. It's all over my Facebook, so you can check out the links there. Here's a little kid tiger washing his hands, wearing his mask. And we got some social distancing in the classroom. And actually, Michelle did a great edit on this one. When I sent it to her, she actually moved the owl back further because it really didn't look like enough distance. And I thought that was a nice touch because that's good. And here's sometimes the kids will be learning from their teacher on the computer, and sometimes they'll be outside. So there they are sitting on their little mats outside with their pencils and pens and stuff. And this was like the excitement of first day of school. Just getting really a little bunny. And I had a little turtle playing tennis in the background there on the wall. And this is the super fox, feeling like the mask gives superpowers and blocks sneezes from spreading any germs, which is great. It's one of my favorites. There it is, tackling the school in a pandemic, so kind of a thing. And really just trying to stay on the positive side of, it's so easy with the fear and the kind of, just the worry of COVID and things like that. So just trying to stay really positive and also have a lot of discussions that need to happen to help make those things not feel as scary, or trying to focus on the positives. So here's a lot of the characters, some wearing masks. Yeah, so basically that is the majority of the drawings. Thought it'd be kind of cool to share. Those are available in a coloring book version, and it's also available in a full color version, and also printable. So if you order, I think now they should be here by the 1st of next month. Who knows with the pandemic, the delays, so it might not, but hopefully right around the time, going back to school and stuff like that. But a good time to have that conversation. And also the printable versions, the ones where you can just print on demand. It's only $2, and you get you can print them right away, both the coloring book and the colored one. So you can really experience the full thing right now. So check that out. Okay, so I'm getting close to the reveal part. I wanted to show off. I think I have the actual drawing that I did on paper. I'm going to show that off after I do the reveal, partially just because it's kind of cool to see. I really want to focus on the print itself, but I also want people to see like kind of the process a little bit of like where it starts and how it goes. And obviously there's different ways to do it, and some of the ways I'm going to be doing it in the future might be different. And again, a lot of it has to do with feedback from everybody, because I really enjoy that aspect of it. Anybody that has questions, again, feel free to send them in any of the ways that you're communicating with me, texts or messages, because I'm happy to answer any of those questions. But yeah, and you can see just down here is all of my different foiling pieces. It's not very pretty to pull out, but it's kind of interesting to think about how much space all that stuff takes up. And then when I get to show you the artist-proof prints, you'll get to see, it goes through a whole big process of printing stuff out and then laying everything out. And this whole table just gets completely filled as it is now, but it becomes a complete mess with things. But I did find some really neat like holofoil packs that are really interesting. These are so small though. Of course, I can't make 35 prints off of these, especially because you only get a couple of each. But they're a great sample pack to do some trials of. And I really appreciate things like this, because then I know what kind of effect you might get with different types of foilings. So pretty fun. I've been enjoying that a lot. Well, let's get to the reveal, because we've got our time. Yeah, 3:26. So it's perfect. So I'm gonna kind of reveal this print. So this is the first of 12. Pretty excited about this. I'm pretty excited to show you guys, and knowing that it's only a limited of 35, and that there's going to be 12 when we're all done. It just seems like a really nice cohesive thing. Releasing one every year or every month until the end of the next year. So by this time next year, there'll be 12 different prints to own of this set, and then a bunch of artist proofs that will come, that will kind of be a side thing that I kind of want to put together in a show that can be hung up in different places, which hopefully I'll bring you some information on that. Kind of in Eastport, one of my first goals is going to be to put up a show of these little prints, both the artist print proofs and then these. And before I actually do the reveal, one thing I really wanted to discuss too is if you are a patron currently, one of these is assigned for you. Doesn't mean you have to claim it, and if you're a $1 level, it means you're buying it at the discounted rate. So if you're a patron, you can get the raw print for $5. And if you're a $5 level, you get it for free. It comes with your $5 level if you want it. Again, you can opt not to take a print and kind of store up or like wait to choose different rewards. And you can also wait until November when the rewards happen, but then you could run the risk that 35 people have bought this print and then you don't get you can't claim it and also, you know what I'm saying. So you either claim it and then it goes into your little bag, ready for you in November, your rewards, or not. And if you're a $20 level, you get that and you get all the upgrades, and you can choose which upgrades to get. Because if you take the full upgrades, you know, then that's kind of like fulfilling your rewards for that month. But those can build up if you decide to just take the raw card etc. But here we go. Oh, actually, let me do this one first. Okay, so here is the reveal. This is the Outbreak print. Let's see if I can get this centered right about there. Here we go. Oh, we got a couple slid there. Check it out. So this is the stack of them, but I'm gonna set it up real nice. And this is the Outbreak print. And again, huge shout out to everybody that kind of voted on which design they liked and how it was going to look. But this is the first big reveal. So check that out. So this is how the raw card would come. It would come in a little case. It would be hand numbered and signed on the back. 1 of 35, so very limited and rare. I think they turned out really nice. You'll see here that these are the ones that I haven't put in the cases yet. Also, I'm waiting to number them on the back. I'm kind of waiting to get the exact right type of pen. And so I've been doing some tests on that. So I haven't signed them all on the back yet, but they'll be, you know, they'll have the stamp, and I'll sign underneath there with a number and such. So that's what they look like. And then you'll get a good sample of what they would look like framed up. I don't have the Tough Loader frames yet. I did send out an image to the patrons that shows what it would look like in a Tough Loader kind of design. Because I'm ordering those through a Kickstarter, and they're supposed to be shipping soon, but I don't have an exact time on that. So, but I think that will look good. Okay, so this is an alternate version. Which when I came down to the very end, I had these two designs, and I decided this one I didn't like as much, and it wasn't really as core to the design, but I did really like it enough that I wanted to do a set of 5 of these. So let's just make sure they're lined up here. So this is the reveal for the short print. Going to limit these to 5, and it's a gold version. So this gold version to 5 is going to be I'm thinking of maybe doing that for having like one alternate short print version. Like I could just say keep 1 and do an artist proof of a gold one, but if I really like a variation, I might do a set of 5 of some variation, and that's what this one is. So these are also going to be available for just for the patrons. So if anyone that when you claim, if you're a $20 level, you can claim, you like kind of have first bid on that. So you can just say, I'll claim a gold, you know, and then you can get 1 through 5. And but even if you're a $5 level, if not 5 get claimed, right, you can claim it. And even if a $1 level, you can claim it as well if no one has yet. So if you like the gold, welcome, you can claim that as well. So yeah, I think that one, it's a pretty cool effect, and I think they look really good together, the two. Which actually I'll show that off too. And as I show off the two, I'm going to talk a little bit about the process. So here's the gold and the original. So it's kind of cool, the process of making these prints. Now I don't want to like pull the curtain back so much that it's that it gets technical and not very fun, but the way that these work, so obviously doing the drawing, which here's the original drawing that I did. So you can see it's bigger. I did obviously made some changes based on some feedback from the patrons. I kind of reduced the American flag imagery, and even some of the images inside there, you'll notice here. And I kind of went back to one of my other designs that people really liked, with some of the black. I don't know if you can see. There's some different designs instead of the American flag kind of version. But then once I do the artwork and I scan it in, all the white prints obviously negative so that the foil can come through. However, you'll notice that like things like the mask and the eye, and there's a couple other details which you will be able to see in person, but you can't. But I have to hand paint with a paint marker in there to get that white to stay white. So it's pretty, you might not notice it. I think if somebody saw it, you might not realize that that has to be hand done. But if you hold it at a very specific angle, you can actually see that. So they're actually hand embellished prints. So there's no one is exactly alike. And you get, it's kind of a fun process to, have that artwork and then have to add little pieces of it along the way to get it to really have the effect that I want, especially if you want white in any of those areas, or you want the color to really like be more saturated and not have the foil come through. And as an example, got a couple here's just working with different metallic pens. So this was just a Sharpie that I did on some of the sticker paper, and then I was able to color in different parts. This is more of a test of just using those different paint markers. But this also means I can do some pretty just one-off drawings, like sketches, and kind of have foil, like a foil one-of-one drawing. And so you can see some of the gold and some of the silver areas there on it. And pretty neat effect, I think. I think there's some potential there. It's not, I think one of the things I'll do when I do a live stream in the future is I'll do some one-of-one drawings like this kind of live, and if people wanted to pick them up, they could. So kind of as a way to raise awareness about the prints and things like that. So I think once I get a setup this fall, I think I'm going to try to work on doing a couple streams like that. So if you're interested in like maybe something where you can even suggest a type of design or a thing, and then I'll like draw a quick drawing and do something like this. You also get to see the process because the actual drawing itself is on a clear sheet of paper or sticker, and then I get to adhere it to this. And then the colors either have to be drawn on the back of the clear paper, or I can do it secondarily over the top. The only problem with that is then it becomes a little bit like you could scratch it off. So I try to do it underneath if I can, but kind of fun to see some of the process. And you'll see here, well, I don't want to pull that off the table, but I have one there that I'm working on, so it's hard to kind of see from there. But I'll give you a quick reveal of that right before we head down to see the art prints on the wall, which we're going to do here in just a minute. Just going to check my messages, make sure, see who's stopped in. Okay. So Megan was asking, how do I claim a print and pay for upgrades? So Megan, because you're a patron, all you have to do is you can claim it on any of the posts that I've made, or send me a message anyway on Patreon. So just say I want to claim, and then you can just let me know at what upgrade. So you're at the $5 level, so you get a raw print, and then you can say how you want your upgrades. Now, also, for all patrons, part of that, when you claim something, then it goes into your rewards pack for November. And if you wanted it before then I do ask for the shipping charge for that. But if you don't mind waiting till November, then that and any other things that you have over these months will all come to you in one package, free shipping. But I just want to throw that out there to everybody that it becomes part of your rewards if you want it, but you also can easily pay to get it sooner. So thank you for that question, Megan. That's an excellent question. And hello, Jenna. Welcome, welcome. Let me add you to the contest. All right. Thanks for checking it out. Okay, so I'm just going to give another quick show you the card reveal, the Outbreak card, because it's going to be kind of cool to see them in juxtaposition with the artist proofs, because there's 9 artist proofs on the wall down there, and of the 9, I think 4 or 5 of them are different variations of the Outbreak concept. So I tried a bunch of different things, and as the patrons know, I kind of threw them all at you and said, hey, which ones do you like? But I did like some of the ones that had come out, so you'll get to kind of see, and some of those are available as artist proofs. So they're only one of ones. There's not multiples of them. But there are the samples to see like which ones you like. So, and they turned out, they're pretty cool in their own regard. So again, so just for reference, here's the finals. And these are the ones that will be after patrons make their claims. I'll probably also send out an email or a patron post just asking people to claim if they want this print, because again, you can opt not to, and then I will then save your rewards for different things, and that's totally fine. Like the pins will be available as a reward in November, and Beer Money prints that I have, and some original art and things like that. So there'll be a lot of options. So if you don't want to choose the print right now, you don't have to, but if you want to make sure you get one, good idea to claim it now. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go check out the rewards or the prizes for the drawing. And here's the one I'm working on there. So you'll see, it's just right now it's just markers on the paper, and then that will peel off because it's actually clear, and it'll go on to the metallics. And then here's like a lot of the metallic pens that I've been using, kind of experimenting with. Okay, so I'm gonna take you for a walk down. See some of the here's the Hall of Mirrors. I don't know if that will come across in here. Hall of Mirrors. One of my paintings from college. Not well lit at all, but it's kind of like that. And then here's your choice of 9. So what I'm going to do is kind of highlight these, let you kind of look at them, and then I'm going to go and do the drawing, and then you guys will be able to, the winners will be able to make their picks. So you also can pick the print. The only reason I don't want to say that you pick the print of the Outbreak version is that if all the patrons decide they say that they wanted one, but I already know a couple of patrons that want to wait until November. They don't want to choose that one, or not interested in foil prints. So I know that there is some available. So if you don't want the artist proof ones, now remember, these come in their full upgrades. They come with the foil plating. So it's technically everything's backwards, but technically it's the $30 version that will be available. Actually even more maybe. Because these prints, even the raw prints, will be $20 on my Etsy for the public. Obviously for the patrons, you guys can get them for $5. So it's like 20 or 75% off. But I really want the reason I can even do these and spend the time is because of the patrons. So it's really important for me to make sure that you guys are getting the best deal. And you deserve it. So you can see one of the questions I'm going to be asking you guys, it's so hard to keep it straight, is the foil plating down at the bottom. I've been trying a bunch of different things. So you can see like this one matches. It's the same foil as the actual print. Yeah, ignore the scuffs in the wall. The wall needs to be repainted. But So I've tried like the black over the foil. Here's the American version, the American flag version of the print. So this is before the changes. You'll see the foil plate for this artist proof is just it's just the foil plate with not black ink. It's just me doing it in, in relief. So I write my signature. You can kind of see it there and the title, but then it doesn't draw too much attention. It just looks like a plate. And I did that with these two as well. And these were the first two versions I tried out as art prints. And then I was laughing yesterday when I was putting this wall up, right? So this wall is going to come with us to Eastport, of course, and I'm going to find a better wall. But this wall is not only not flat, and you can see it's like scuffed up, but it just happened to be the only wall that actually had nothing on it in the house because we're an art collective house, so there's stuff everywhere. But now I remembered why we don't put anything on this wall, because like the push pins or the nails just don't go into it, and it's not even straight. So it's very wonky, but I think that's part of the thing. So yeah, again, you've got the top four are all different Outbreak designs, kind of rejected designs. So you got those four, and then obviously the American flag one, and then the dancer was one of the ones that did not get chosen by the patrons as a design, and same with these. So you're kind of getting to see all of the designs that kind of didn't make it. Okay, so that's all right. So that is the prizes, and again, you can choose the actual Outbreak print as well. And now I'm going to go to the randomizer. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, let's not have it duplicate. Okay, so anybody that's watching the stream right now, here, I'll flip this back around. Anybody that's watching the stream right now, if you haven't, no matter how you've gotten to here, make sure you send me a message quickly that says that you're watching, because you'll be entered into these contests. Now, if you're a patron, you get entered into the first two. And if you're not a patron, you get into the last one. You're also welcome to join the Patreon right now, even at the $1 level, and you'll be entered into the contest. So, and it's just patreon.com/William Hession. So if you want to do that, I give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and sign up if you'd like. And it really does help me a lot having, that's one of the most amazing things about the Patreon for me, is just that it's a way to have consistent support. So in the past, if I was to do this art print reveal kind of thing or project, I would be banking on having to sell X amount. And if I don't, then it kind of it's like all or nothing. And if it's nothing, then I'm kind of like, okay, well, I can't. It kind of stymies all of my momentum. And especially in a pandemic or in a time where it's hard to get those prints out anywhere, having the Patreon help have that giving me little bits of money each month allows me to actually spend the time to do that. Also, like Michelle's book that she wrote, to be able to have time to say, hey, I can illustrate that book in a short period of time. That's because of the patrons. You guys have allowed me this opportunity of having time and space to do art projects that I can focus on that. So that project wouldn't have happened without you guys. And I probably wouldn't be doing the art prints, at least not as a 12-month project with 12 different ones. I'd only be able to do one and hope it did well to go to the next one. And if at any point one didn't do well, I wouldn't be able to continue. I'd have to come up with some other project. So really just thanking everybody for the support. And even if you're not a patron and you've supported by buying a print or sharing some of my artwork or something, that really does go a long way. This is for Megan. Let me just double check. Uh-oh. Hello, hello. Okay, so we had a live stream freeze there for a second. Sorry for everybody. A little bit of chaos on that one. Let's get this popped up here. Hopefully, my rant about Patreon, I was able to get that out in time. Okay, let me just double check the Facebook. Yeah, so we have technically actually 4 drawings because we have 2 drawings for the patrons, 1 drawing for everybody, including the patrons. So everybody's getting. Actually, I want to do that one actually without. I'm going to do 2 for the patrons, 1 for everybody that's not a patron, with the idea of trying to grow. Hopefully, people are, when they either win or they're interested, that they you can understand kind of the benefits of being a patron member. Let's see. And then 1 for all the people that you suggested. So everybody, if again, one more shout out that if you are watching, that you can nominate any person, could be a friend or family or like a celebrity or a person that you follow on social media or something. You can nominate 1 person to get a free print of the Outbreak print, and then I'll send it to them. So you're welcome to nominate. Got a few minutes here before I will do that. And Josh, hello. I think you're here watching. Let me put you into the contest. Thank you for being here. Miss getting to see you at Art Nights. With all the internet and us traveling on the weekends trying to Eastport, we haven't had time to do that, but I hope that we get to set that up soon. I'd also like to just hang out with everybody as often as possible in the future. So I'm going to try to finish this right at 4, so that means I have to hurry up here. Get this done. Okay, so right now we've got 5 in. Let me add. We got Megan. Scott did the pre one. Michelle. So Scott, you're in there twice. David, Teddy, Jasper. And then I'm gonna copy that all over and add. So Kyle's in there twice. And Jenna, and Josh, and Adam. Okay, so that one. So everyone on the Patreon's here. Copy that over to this one. Get Adam, and Jenna, and Josh. And Michelle, you're on there twice. Let me make sure about that. And Danny Bailey getting added to the randomizer for the celebrity style. Michelle, you're on there twice. Michelle on there twice. Okay, so we've got a pretty good list here, and so it'll be the it's going to be the top person. I'm going to run the randomizer twice. So the top person both times. So it's not going to be the top 2. It'll be the top person, and then I'll randomize it again. It'll be the top person. So this is for the first prize. Now again, this person will get the first pick. This will be a patron. So so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 patrons that can win. Let's see, just gonna double check no other messages right before. Looking good. Okay, let's see, everything going good. All right, so I'm just gonna put this up on the board. See what we got. Okay, so there's the randomizer. It's backwards, so it's grow mode nar. That's the backwards of randomizer. So you can see all the names there. And we're going to randomize. This is for the first of prizes, and that means that the table or the we'll go back down and see the prints, and I'll let that person choose if they're here, and if not, then we'll wait it out. Okay, randomize. Top person on the list, Michelle. You have won. David, you are number 2, and Scott, number 3. Teddy, wow, the whole family got all the top 5. What are the odds of that? That seems extremely unlikely. Michelle, David, Scott, Teddy, Jasper, and then Victoria. So pretty impressive. So Michelle, you are the first winner. So I'll be able to hopefully go down and let you see, pick out your artist proof. And then second winner for the patron only contest. Oop.
Hello, Moto.
Hold on, I got a call. Let me see. Hello?
Hello, William.
Yes?
This is Lisa Savage.
Hi, Lisa. Hey, I'm actually, I'm doing good. I'm actually just in the middle of a live stream for my art. Call me back. Yeah, I should be done in just 15, 20 minutes. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Lisa. That was Lisa Savage, who's running for state senate. So that's pretty cool. I'm doing some art projects for her, and she's a great lady. I was actually wondering if it was somebody wanting to get into the drawing last minute. That's why I took that call. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. Here we go for the second patron winner, the giveaway. Scott, jeez, all in the family. Kyle was number 3, Jump Hug Russell number 4. So Teddy number 2 on that one. Jasper was number 5. Wow. It looks so weird backwards. But so Scott and Michelle, wow, nice work. You guys won both. So that's pretty cool. So you guys can pick however you want. Remember, you can also pick a gold or a regular print of the Outbreak as well, framed up in the fully. It would be the full framed up version. So you can pick that as well. So be thinking about which one you want while we do the third. This is for everybody. Or actually, so I'm going to actually do this. So those are the 2 patron ones. Let's do this one for anybody that's not a patron. Let's see. So that's only Adam, Jenna, and Josh. Right? Is Adam on there? Let me look at my. Do you like my Holy Mountain reveal? I thought that was kind of cool. Let me just double check my patrons here. I'm just gonna make sure that who's on here so I don't forget anybody. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm up to 36 patrons. Big thank you to everybody who's helped shared my page, and some people upgraded. I know Megan upgraded, which was really nice, and just having people really support me, and it means a lot. So thank you guys. And if you're watching this after the fact, I just really appreciate it. Oh yeah, I'm doing some logo design for Jordan. I forgot about that. I need to work on that. Okay, just making sure. All right, so this is actually going to be, is going to go out to one of 3. It's either going to be Adam, Jenna, or Josh is going to win this one, because we're going to do this one for the non patrons. And let's see. And remember that I'm also going to be doing these giveaways at each one of the art release reveals. So even if you didn't win one now, again, you will have a chance to win each month on the 15th. So when I do these, and I'll have more artist proofs as I go, because I'm going to be trying different stuff throughout the month. So just kind of letting you know that this is an ongoing thing, that there will be rewards like this as we go. Okay, so getting this set up for the 3. There we go. So we got 1 winner out of 3. Here we go. Grow mode NAR. Can't do that without looking at the screen. Randomize. And Josh, you are the winner of the print artist proof. You get the 3rd pick. So it'll be Michelle first, Scott second, and Josh, you are number 3. And now for the people that check out our list of people that got recommended. We got Bill Murray, which should be a fun adventure, and then Brian Stevenson, EJI. I'm not exactly sure about that, who that is, but that's I think that came from Jump Hug Russell. That's cool because I love getting to know new people that I don't. Marcy Shields is also somebody I don't know, that's really somebody's friend, I think, which is really cool. Katie Wilson, coworker of Sarah. Lori Hessian, would love to give one to my mom, and Danny Bailey, Michelle's sister. So we've got 1 out of 6 chance, and they're going to get one of the Outbreak prints, so one of the 35. So here we go. Final drawing of this session. Lori wins it. Okay, cool. So that's pretty exciting. You know what? I'm going to probably keep this list too. And as people win, I'm going to, take them off. So keep this list going because it's kind of a fun list to see as we build it over time. Let me know if you think that's a bad idea, but I think that's kind of a cool idea. Check out all the paintings here. So these are all stacked up. Those are all ones I need to frame up too. So, okay, so now I'm going to just go ahead and head back downstairs really quick, show everybody one more reveal of the prints that, here we go, check them out. So you got here's the gold. 1 out of 5. So those are, just going to be really rare, kind of only patron only offers. And then you got the 35, the silver version. That's the official print. Outbreak. Print number 1. Pretty cool. Nice and foily. Pretty happy. Oops. Not put that book in there. It's not part of the project. Yeah, we have a free library outside that people can leave books, and it's in a microwaves, so they're old restored microwaves that now have books in them, and people leave different ones. And that was a manga book that somebody left that I wanted to read. Looks really interesting, so I'm excited to get a chance to read that. The artwork is very cool. Okay, so here we go. Michelle, you have first pick. This is your selections. Again, you can choose the Outbreak Gold or Outbreak Silver from the prints. But you also have this selection here. And Scott, you're second, and Josh, you're third. So let me know which ones you'd like. Maybe if you each give me your, Michelle, just give me your top 1. Scott, give me your top 2. And Josh, you can give me your top 3. And then I'll just be able to know which one is which. I'll go take Michelle's and then take Scott's, and then I'll take Josh's. And then for Scott and Michelle, because you guys are patrons, I'll put it with your rewards. And if you want it before then, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep a little pack for you. And then Lori will get the next one, or she gets one of the Outbreak regular prints, and I'll make sure that goes with her. And she just asked for a coloring book and a regular version of the School This Year coloring book and children's book. So those will ship out to her as well. So thanks everybody for joining in. It's just past 4. And I know this is always like just trying to make sure I'm doing all the different things in my head, make sure I'm not missing anybody, and giving everybody chances to enter the contest and join in, and learn about kind of what I'm doing with the projects. And yeah, pretty excited to show you guys some of the new stuff I'm working on as well next month. But we'll see how much I can get done during the move, because it looks like we'll move in a couple weeks here. So trying to get all that stuff packed up. So it might be a little bit of a chaotic month. But thank you guys all for the support and just hanging out. I'm going to try to make this more, like I said before, more interactive in the future. So I'm thinking of doing Twitch in the future, or some other program. So if you guys have any recommendations on what streaming site to join, I would love that because I just want to make sure it's, the YouTube isn't, this one isn't exactly what I'm looking for, because I want it to be more interactive. So let me know. And any feedback on the art prints, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And next month we'll be doing this on the 15th, another one just like this, and reveal number 2. And I will be trying to do some live streams before then. Again, the move might mess up some of the timetable, but yeah, just to try to give a couple tests out and just hang out and draw with you guys and chat with everybody. So I would really like that. All right. Have a great day. Definitely send me some, if you want to claim one of the prints for the outbreak, please send a message either on Patreon if you're a patron. And if you're not, the prints themselves will be hitting my Etsy in a week. So by the 22nd, those prints will be available for the public. All right. Thanks, everybody. See ya.